All right, here with Bo Bassett. Bo, day before the state tournament, just got done with your warm-up with Melvin. How you feeling?
I'm feeling amazing. What an opportunity it is to be here. My last ride, a couple of my teammates' last ride, so we were just talking about how amazing it's been here at the Giant Center, and I'm looking forward to some awesome challenges this weekend, and really just trying to live in the moment every second and really just represent the Lord and have as much fun as I can.
You're a two-time state champion, Bo, going for your third this weekend. You've never gone the distance here in Hershey. How have you been able to maintain that focus and really push yourself to chase after those bonus points in a big tournament like the Pennsylvania State Tournament?
Yeah, the Pennsylvania State Tournament from the first round is going to be really tough guys, bangers, and I enjoy a really tough match and a good challenge, and I think that this weekend and every single time I've been here to Pennsylvania States, whether I was in it or watching it, it's always going to be a lot of fun and it's going to be wars. And so I have respect for all of my opponents, but when the whistle blows, I'm sprinting for 6 minutes, and I just enjoy the fight. I enjoy the big matches, and it just so happens that at the Giant Center, at the state championships, every single match is a big match.
You're sitting at 166-0 right now. There's only ever been 4 other guys in Pennsylvania history to complete an undefeated career. What would that mean to you to join a list with guys like Kerry Colat, Chance Marsteller, and the likes?
Yeah, those guys are legends. They're guys that I look up to, that I like to wrestle like, and have definitely tried to be like on and off the mat with Chance and with Kerry Colat. And so I think for me, it's just focusing on one match at a time this weekend. I know I've got 4 matches to go, and if I can win all 4, I'll have that undefeated record. But right now, it's focused on the round of 16. And then, based off of how that goes, it's focusing on the next round. And so for me, I got to take care of the little things, all the controllables. I think this weekend, coming into this weekend, we were talking about if we take care of business and do our job, control the things that we can, and be really consistent, it'll be a legacy weekend. And so I'm looking forward to taking on some big challenges. 2 nationally ranked guys possibly in the path, and one match at a time has been the mindset, just enjoying every single moment, and again, representing the Lord.
Kind of elephant in the room, pretty much all the fans across the country looking forward to a possible matchup in the finals on Saturday night between you and Brandt Hair. Both guys going for their 3rd state title. Brandt just recently took over the wins leading record here in Pennsylvania. He sits at 211 right now. What would a matchup like that mean, not only for you, but for just the state of Pennsylvania and a historical bout like that?
Well, first of all, I have to give my respect to Brandt. I mean, he's a legend. Could be considered one of the greatest of all time in the whole state of Pennsylvania, which I consider the best state in America. So that shows you the magnitude that he's on and the level he's competing at. So when I heard that I had the chance to drop down and wrestle a guy who's, he's already made history, but just to make his mark even a little bit deeper, I think that for me, it was a challenge that I wanted to chase down. Brandt's done everything there is to do in the state of Pennsylvania, and so it's exciting for me to get a guy like him, ranked super high in the country. And so when you see those possible matchups, I try to run at them. My entire life, wrestling up and chasing down lions has been the mindset, win or lose. And I think for me this weekend, I'm excited to go out there and score as many points as possible. But my entire career, the whole story has been trying to chase down lions. And this is another lion. And a lot of respect for Brandt, but I'm just so excited for that 6 minutes to absolutely sprint.
We saw last year your teammate Jax Forrest. He took on Aaron Seidel in an epic Pennsylvania State final. Many call it the most historical final we've ever seen here. Do you think a matchup between you and Brandt Hair could top that one?
I think that last year set the stage for us. I have a lot of respect for Aaron, staying at the weight class and trying to take on a big lion like Jax. Jax is my brother for my life. We're going to have the best relationship forever, and now I'm teammates with Aaron, and so I can't wait to create that relationship with him. We've already, had a lot of time together in Blacksburg and throughout the years training, wrestling each other, on the same team. They did a great job setting the stage for us, sold out arena, and they delivered. They had an awesome match, really high level. 2 guys that I think are going to be some of the all-time greats, and I genuinely mean that about both of them, on the mat and off the mat. But we have a lot to live up to, me and Brandt. We also got to take care of business before we get there. But I think if we do toe the line on Saturday night, I think it's going to be an awesome match. I really think that he's done an amazing job of putting Pennsylvania and making history from it. Just taking this high level of wrestling and getting 211 wins is not easy, and he's the only one to ever do that. So I'm just excited. I believe he'll be at 214 when we wrestle, and I just hope that I can be the guy to knock him off at the end of his career, and hopefully do it by scoring a lot of points.
Heck yeah, man. All right, but we're about wrapped up here. I got anything else for us?
No, just really, really appreciate every moment. It's been an honor. kind of growing up in this arena from a young age. When I was 3 or 4 years old, I remember making my first trip. Coming down, my dad had always coached high school wrestling, and so being born and raised up in the Giant Center has been incredible. This is the final time I'll be here competing, so it's a little bit different this year, but I just want to thank everybody for all the support. And I'm just going to give absolutely everything I have this weekend, try to sprint. And I know it's the end of this chapter, but it's just the beginning for my next chapter in Virginia Tech, at Blacksburg, and whatever else God's got planned. So I'm just really excited to keep chasing down these Lions and have as much fun as I can. Much respect to Brandt. I hope the matchup happens, and one match at a time.
Absolutely, Bo. All right, well, I look forward to watching you, man. Good luck this weekend, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks.
All right, here with Brandt Hair. Brandt, day before the 2026 PIAA State Tournament, you enter the top seed at 145 pounds. How you feeling?
Yeah, I'm excited. You know, I train all year round for this tournament, and I've been training really hard. And you know, there's people been pushing me in the practice room, and I'm super excited for this weekend.
You've won 2 PIAA State titles as a sophomore and junior, freshman year falling in that final. What did that first year making the finals of this tournament teach you to kind of build into your sophomore year?
Yeah, a little fire underneath me. You know, I haven't experienced something like that in a while, and you know, it really got to me. So I don't want to feel that feeling again. You know, I've been dominant ever since. You know, I keep planning on doing that too.
You, just a couple weeks back, took over as the PIAA wins leader, got yourself up to 211 wins coming into this tournament. What does a feat like that really mean and put in perspective for your career just overall?
Yeah, you know, it just shows my hard work and dedication. You know, for me, it's, you know, I have a legacy now, you know, and I'm super proud of that, and I just want to plan on keep building on that, you know, and I'm excited to cap it off with another state title.
I remember back your sophomore year, you won your first state title, joined your brother also who won his third at his senior year. What would it mean for you? You're going to be teammates again next year at Rutgers. What would it mean for you to join him as a 3-time Pennsylvania State champion?
It would be awesome. He's my biggest supporter, and you know, even though he might not be here, you know, he's still going to be watching. You know, I'm super grateful for him, and he's great to me, and I can't be more blessed to do it, and you know, go out on a great note.
You've been dominant the last 3 years throughout your career. Elephant in the room coming into this weekend is a possible matchup Saturday night with Bo Bassett. How have you been preparing for that match? Has it really kind of motivated you more here in the last couple months, knowing that match was coming down the road?
Yeah, you know, it definitely motivates me. But for me, I work really hard all year round. And, you know, I don't really just go hard when I want to. I always go hard. So, you know, it's just, you know, just keep my steady training, just doing the same thing that I've been doing, you know, exercise, recovery, diet, just stuff like that. The little things, you know, to keep me successful, you know, just keep planning on doing that.
Everybody in the arena is looking forward to a possible matchup. We saw last year it was Aaron Seidel, Jax Forrest kind of stealing the show in what might go down as the most historical final in Pennsylvania history. Do you think this matchup, if it were to happen Saturday night between you and Bo, could top that?
Yeah, you know, I definitely want to recreate that match, but you know, I want to come out on top. This is something people have been talking about, you know, wanting to see for the past month, and it's finally might happen. And you know, I'm confident in myself that I'm going to get there. You know, just taking one match at a time, and you know, I think he's going to get there too. So I'll see him if we both make it.
That's about all I got for now, Brandt. You got anything else for us?
Nope, just I'm ready.
Looking forward to seeing you compete all weekend, Brandt. Good luck.